Come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is actually going to be my review for Season 5, Episode 14 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Child, a mess. So when we left off, Carly Red had fell her old wide ass on the ground with all her fucking dramatics. Life Jennings and her were talking, and they were going back and forth about the absence where he hasn't been there as much as he should. She wasn't as much as she should. But then he didn't heard about Scrap and all this, and they're kind of going back and forth a little bit. But then he busts out with a ring, telling her, I ain't really ready to leave this thing go like this. He breaks out and gives Carly a ring. The bitch falls over on the ground. So we seen this all the way back in the beginning of the season. We saw a clip from this that this was going to go on. So we've been waiting to see what it was that was going to make this bitch fall out like this. She done fell on over and carrying on. And then she's just down there. All she did was prove this point. He sat right there just as good and told her, this is a ring. It's not a wedding ring. It's a promise ring. You can have the ring, but you can't have me. Because you're just full of drama and you're full of all this extra bullshit. And I was like, damn, Carly, you just proved him right. At this point, he's telling you this, bitch, and you're sitting on the ground outside looking up at him on a park bench where you done fell over on the motherfucking ground and made an ass out of yourself with the dramatic bullshit. Now get your melodramatic ass up, pick your face up, and move on. She went following life. He walking away. Because he left that bitch right there on the floor. Walking away. He's like, you have a good one. Take care of yourself. I'm out of here. She following and begging and pleading and gawking and carrying on. I said, she is just as ridiculous. Ridiculous. And he gave her just what she deserved. Dust. Dust. I cracked up. I said, that's just what you get. And I didn't even realize he was really that tall. So I was seeing him and her, with her following behind him, looking like an idiot and carrying on. He's getting real tall and good and stuff. Yes, indeed. Yep, you done fucked it up, Carly. Now get on about your way, stupid. Anyway, moving on. So then we got Aryan. She goes to see D. Smith. D. Smith. Well, I don't even have anything bad to say about D today, other than her hair wasn't done. That raggedy ponytail again, bitch. Really? I just cannot get with the slept-on ponytail look. But anyway, she had a vocal coach there ready for Aryan. Aryan got all in her feelings like she don't need no vocal coach. Yeah, bitch, you do. He did a run, and she did a gallop. It was a mess. And she just got all in her feelings and felt like D was picking on her. And D's like, no, baby, you want Jesus in a wheelbarrow. And he don't come that way. There's work that has to be done. I'm not trying to be mean to you. You're all in your feelings, but you got to stop that. You got to stop running away. She got on up and left at everything. She got mad, honey. And for a change, D wasn't being shady. She was being a business person and kind of being a friend, because any other producer is not even going to be bothered with you, bitch, because you can't sing. So they're just not even going to bother. They're going to be like, well, get out of my place. Get out of my studio, go about your business, wasting my time. So whatever. So Aryan's on the run. She goes to see K. Michelle. K. Michelle tries to tell her so many words. Girl, your singing ain't the best. You do got work to do. I don't know what went on with you and that bitch, but you got work to do. But what you can do is you could follow behind me, for this week. You can shadow me and see what's really going on, what really goes on in the business. And Jonathan was actually there, so we got to see Jonathan. Kay's friend and best friend and assistant. He was there with his little self and all of that. So that was like, okay, cool. First day she followed Kay to the concert. She's all up in VIP. She's looking real cute, but she was so motherfucking cute that Kay and them ended up when the show was over. They're waiting to leave, and somebody was acting kind of crazy outside, some crazy fan. Child, they ended up leaving Aryan, honey, because she was pissing around. She gonna say, well, I mean, I would have never left my friend, bitch. The car wasn't sent for you. The car was sent for Kay. So if Kay's in the car, then bitch, now you need to get you a car. Aryan on some fuck shit. But anyway, so that's that. I guess, girl, stay relevant however it is that you're going to stay relevant. But trust me, singing isn't it. Anyway, moving on. Next, Little Big Head, J Nix and Jock. They finally get together and they discuss the situation that Jock done slept with Lil Nasty, Amber, and all of that kind of carrying on. Here, he didn't even give a fuck. He was like, oh, child, whatever. That's fine, good. Now I got an exit strategy. So they plan to just roll it all out. The two of them dirty dogs together going to just roll it all out at one time, and it's going to be their exit strategy. He going to bust out and show her Tiara, and Jock is just going to act like he don't know nothing. I said, y'all some dirty dog motherfuckers. And later on, they actually did end up doing it. And let me tell you something. Tiara, I ain't liking this new, what you doing. Because at first, we started off liking you. But you're becoming unlikable because you're in the shit. You're like all in the midst of the mess. You just as messy. You turn out to be messier than Tommy. Like, really? For real? They go right on over to this little function. It's actually Amber's function. And she shows up with J Nix, and what you think? It's Amber's feeling some kind of way naturally. They have a couple words back and forth. Then that's when we kind of figure out that Amber wasn't real nice to Tiara whenever Tiara was a waitress at the strip club. She wasn't nice to her, so it was like a chuckle in Tiara's belly that she'd have snatched her man now, and all of that. Child, but at the end of the day, they had a couple words back and forth. And Tiara ended up picking up some shit off the table and threw it at her. I said, well, damn, man, now why you do all that? And she's laughing. She thought it was cute. All that's cute. But see, it wasn't funny when Tommy picked you up and threw you, bitch. You didn't like that. I don't like this new messy Tiara, but okay. Seem to keep on following some shit. Screw that. Screw all of them. Whatever. Moving on. Tammy and Bambi next. They got together, and Tammy, poor Tammy, I ain't never been a real big fan of Tammy and Waka. But I gotta say, I felt kind of bad for her because it just was what it was, and she's just pitiful. You could tell that she really wants to hold on to her marriage. She really didn't want her marriage to end, and it is unfortunate that it's actually ending, but it is. So they actually talked about that. Bambi just reassured her, girl, I got your back and everything like that. It is what it is. Keep it moving. You got a fashion show coming up. Just do your work and you're going to move on. You're going to be fine. So that was kind of, love and hip hop. That's what the show's all about, really. Let's see. Next, child. We had a cameo appearance from some of the folks from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Child, old glass ass Nikki baby and Lil Fizz were at the pool party that Stevie J threw, and Jocelyn. Child, if they didn't give Little Fizz unimportant, uninvited teas, honey, I said, child, they gave, honey. Who's he here with, honey? What group was you in, honey? What'd you sing? Child, please. Oh, he with you, Nikki? Oh, good, bitch, because we was going to kick him out, honey. We didn't know who he was here with. That's the guy. They didn't say that, but that's kind of the tease they was giving you. Jocelyn, even in her damn confession, was like, why is Fizz here? We don't want him. We want Nikki. I said, Lord, and he was there, and all through the little pool party, they was playing all these little lesbianic games and rubbing on each other's butts and drinking. Stevie even drinking, doing shots off Nikki Baby's ass and carrying on. I was like, oh, Fizz, you're a clown. You're an absolute clown. But I just looked at that. Y'all know I don't do Nikki Baby at all. I think she's a stinking bitch. I don't care for her personality at all on that show. But I'm looking at her, between her and Jocelyn, and then at the part, all the girls were there. Carly was there, Tiara was there, Jessica Dime. What the fuck was that? I don't know what this is. What you wear a bra and panties and stockings over top of your panties, and now that's an outfit? Because you put a pair of shoes on with it, bitch. If you don't get out of here, you need to get out of here. You've been sipping in the Kool-Aid instead of just dyeing your hair with it, bitch. You tripping. But anyway, they out there between Jocelyn, glass ass Nikki, and that motherfucking Jessica Dime piece. I swear, I was like, is this Wild Kingdom? Is this an episode of Wild Kingdom? All these bitches look like gazelles and zebras from the back. Their asses are ridiculous. I don't know who finds that attractive. There is nothing attractive about that. That just looked like some big, funky ass. There's not... Y'all know I don't even do girls. I don't do girls, and I don't do... Contrary to popular belief, men's asses ain't nothing that I'm into. But I know that them goddamn things that they got running around, that shit looks crazy. And it just don't look like a nice place. It's like, girls, them tasty cakes are pasty cakes, honey. It's just too much. How you clean all that shit? What you gotta use, a Swiffer? That's a mess. That is a hot mess. I don't know why anybody would just fuck themselves up all like that. Ridiculous. And every last one of them ain't bad looking girls. Honest to God, now I'm being honest. Jessica Dime is not bad looking. Jocelyn is absolutely sharp. And Nikki Baby ain't ugly. She's not no ugly. She's an old goddamn glass Barbie doll. But she's not ugly at all. Not by a long shot. But their bodies are on fucked up, honey. I just don't get it. Even Dawn, and Dawn was there too. So I'm sitting there at this party, it's just going down like one thing after the other, after the other, after the other. And I was like, this is just mess. They created mess. It wasn't like exciting in this episode. They just created mess, and it just was, this is how y'all party. Who the fuck would want to party with y'all? First thing, Carly decides she wants to tell Tiara, oh yeah, I've been fucking scrapped. And I don't know what response she thought she was going to get from Tiara, but Tiara cussed her motherfucking ass out and told her she would kick her fucking ass, and then took Carly's purse and threw it in the motherfucking pool. And Carly's a punk. Carly don't want to fight for real. Carly, fuck that shit, bitch. This, that, the other. They escorted her on out. So Carly ended up leaving. Not 10, 15 minutes after she leave, Jessica Dime is down there because Jocelyn didn't know Jessica was there. Jessica was invited there to aggravate Jocelyn by Stevie. They arguing up on the balcony. She's screaming and yelling with Dawn and Jocelyn. They come down. Now she want to get to them. Let me get out of them. I'll kick both them bitches' ass. And then they escorted her motherfucking monkey ass on out. So then they put them on out, and we went from Wild Kingdom to just a petting zoo. There was nobody left. But, yeah, just Jocelyn with the big ass. Everybody else done been escorted out the party. Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. And these are like those two fights that took place in that 15 minutes of the show, they've been booking them up for like the last 3 weeks. Man, cut that shit out, bitch. Quit playing. Anyway, then we had a scene with Mimi and Tiara actually talking with each other, and they just basically went back and forth with some of their old, I'm a dumbass baby's mama type conversation situation. And they talked about child support. They talked about Chris and the fact that Mimi misses playing in Chris's pussy, and that she don't claim she got, and she miss her dabbing in her box and all that. Then they talked about Stevie and Jocelyn. Just a gossip session. Nothing really. Let's see. And then the last thing, we had Tammy's fashion show. And Walker had sent a message for Miss Deb to show up at the fashion show. It was a shame because she was so pitiful. Tammy was so pitiful in the beginning because she thought that Miss Deb wasn't there, and then Walker wasn't there, and Rashida and all of them were there for her and everything. But she was real sad. She really, really was. And they're like, well, where's Walker? You know, and she actually broke down a little bit and stuff. And they told, you know, well, we're separating everything. And they were like, girl, it's okay. It's cool. Um, yeah, Shad was there too. Shad, Rashida, and Tammy was standing back there. Who else was back there? Oh, Bam. Bam, because Bam was one of the models of the show, and the bitch broke it up. She broke it up. Bam looked good in the show. She did, and big ass Scrappy showed up. He looked real nice. Looked like he took a little bath, got his hair cut, and had a nice little outfit on. Somebody dressed him up. He came with roses trying to get back with Bam. It was cute. I said, that's a good look. You know, I don't like you all like that. But that was a good look. He did good. You know, he didn't talk too much because you know he's stupid, the motherfucker. So he didn't talk too much. And Bam, he told me, yeah, okay, motherfucker, I'll let you chase me. But I ain't making no promises. Good girl. Anyway, but Miss Deb ended up coming. Now, I felt bad because it just pulled at my little heartstrings, honey, because Deb is having a worse time, I think, with the separation than Waka is from Tammy. So who's really pitiful is Deb and Tammy, who I always felt like the relationship was for her anyway. It was like Waka went and got her for Deb, you know, because Deb loves Tammy, and you can tell. And I said, shit, she's more like Deb's girlfriend than she is like Waka's. And that's like Mama D. Like Mama D want to be with Betty Idle. But whatever. But Deb was so pitiful. You know, crying, saying, I just ain't ready to listen to none of that, talking about y'all separating and all that shit. That just tore Deb up. And I said, it made me feel real some kind of way, seeing old hard-ass Miss Deb crying and shit. I said, well, damn. I said, damn, I feel kind of bad about, you know, because I was really getting ready to get her together real good about what she had on. But then when she started crying and stuff, it made me feel some kind of way. But that was yesterday. Today's the day, another day. So let's go ahead and talk about that bullshit that Deb had on, child. She had her grandma storm hair on, child. Them ringlet curly cues, spirals all over her head, honey, and a lovely shade of white, honey. I said, woo, it's time for a typhoon, honey. Then I looked at that goddamn dress. No, Deb, no! Deb Atley, I want to know why. Why would you borrow that fucked up dress that Candy and them put her daughter Riley in for her wedding and dyed black and put your old ass in it and come to that fashion show? She looked just as ridiculous in that dumbass dress. Riley looked terrible in it, but Miss Deb, you looked old and ridiculous in it. With that whole look, she looked like little orphan Annie gone gray. I said, Lord, Miss Deb. But that's it. That's basically all that really went on with the show. Y'all know what to do. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I'll talk to y'all's ass later. Whoo, Deb, quit your playing, honey. Anyway, bye, y'all.